Hi, I'm Hallie and today I'm going to show you how I was able to create these 3D pool environments completely inside Adobe After Effects. I start out with a 1080 by 1920 composition because I'll be posting to social. Next, add a camera to the scene by right-clicking on the composition panel and select New, Camera. Keep the default settings for now. Then in the top left, click on the 3D cube tool and then draw a cube into the frame like this. The current view is the active camera, but I like to have at least 2 views of my scene. To do this, click the bottom right corner of the frame and choose 2 views. Then click the new frame and go back to the bottom right corner, and you will get a selection of angles to choose. The first thing I want to model is a set of stairs. To do this, I resize the cube into a flatter square. Before moving on, I wanted to add a material to my shape. There are many ways to create or find materials, but today I'm going to choose one from the Substance Community Library. All materials here are free to use. Download the material and then import it into your After Effects project. Then if you go over to the 3D Shapes property panel and find material, you can change it to your imported custom material. Then you can play around with the scaling and offset until it looks good. Now that I have my textured stair shape, I can duplicate it by hitting Command D, and then using the position tool, I can move it up and back. Then I can repeat this until I have the right amount of stairs for my scene. I then added in more cubes and blocked out the larger environment around the stairs, adjusting the material as needed. In the foreground, I wanted to have a pool of water, so to do this, I duplicated the floor layer, and using the same material import process as before, I chose a stylized water texture. I then lowered the opacity of the layer so you could see the tile underneath. To make the lighting look more realistic, I needed an HDRI, which is kind of like a 360 image of an environment that simulates highly realistic lighting. You can find free ones online by searching for free HDRI. Once you have one, import it into After Effects and add it to the composition. Right-click on the composition panel and select New, Light, and then select Environment as the kind of light. Then for the source, choose your HDRI. You can then adjust the intensity and angle in the Properties panel. I then added additional lights to the scene to add some color and dimension. You can choose between a few different styles of lights and see what works best for your scene. Finally, I animated the camera to move through the space by keyframing all the animation properties at the beginning of the timeline, and then moved where I wanted the video to end and changed the position of the camera to face a different angle in the scene. Once you're happy with your animation, you can pre-comp the whole scene and then add any final video effects that you'd like. I added a handheld motion effect and some different visual effects to make the footage look a little bit like it was shot on a camcorder. And here's the final result.